What's up everyone? My name is Matt, and for the past several weeks I've been exploring the beautiful island of Maui, Hawaii. And today I'll be sharing with you the top 10 best things to do here in Maui. I'll be sharing my favorite hikes, beaches, towns to visit, and so much more. So I highly suggest you stay until the end of the video to find the best things for you and your future trip here in Maui. So let's get into it. Here are the top 10 best things to do in Maui, Hawaii. Starting off with number 10 is the Waihee Ridge Trail. The Waihee Ridge Trail is often said to be one of, if not the best hike here in Maui. It is a beautiful 4-mile trail, 2 miles each way, located in West Maui that takes you along the dramatic Waihee Ridge, where you're greeted with constant views of lush green mountains and the beautiful blue ocean. Now, these views don't come without a cost, because the Waihee Ridge Trail is a bit steep, ascending about 1,500 feet up. But let me tell you, the views are well worth the trek when you get to the top. Along the way, you'll find waterfalls nestled into the mountains, and at the top, you'll be standing with the clouds and rewarded with 360-degree views of lush green and beautiful blue water. So if you want a good hike with incredible views here in Maui, the Waihee Ridge Trail is an absolute must. Moving on to number 9 is Kaanapali Beach. I've visited tons of beaches here in Maui, and Kaanapali Beach is by far one of my favorites, and for good reason. It is a gorgeous white sand beach on the west side of Maui with turquoise blue water. And if soft white sand and crystal clear blue water isn't enough for you, you can head to the north side of Kaanapali Beach for some great snorkeling and a little adrenaline rush. On the north side of Kaanapali Beach is the famous Black Rock, where you can conquer your fear of heights and cliff jump into the ocean. Or just sit back, relax, and enjoy watching the locals. If you're looking for a beach with some snorkeling, well, then Kaanapali Beach checks the box yet again. All around Black Rock, you can snorkel around and see tons of fish, coral, and if you're lucky, maybe even a turtle. So add Kaanapali Beach to your list if you're looking for an amazing beach to visit here in Maui. Okay, number 8, Lahaina Town. Just a 10-minute drive from Kaanapali Beach is beautiful Lahaina Town. Lahaina is kind of like a quaint downtown area right in the ocean here in Maui, with tons of things to do and places to visit. When you visit Lahaina Town, make sure to stroll down the famous Front Street, where you can find tons of cafes, restaurants, art galleries, and shops. There's also a beautiful banyan tree park with the biggest banyan trees I've ever seen here in Lahaina. So for a nice area to walk around and get some food, head over to Lahaina Town. Next up on the list is number 7, the Nakalele Blowhole. The Nakalele Blowhole is located on the northwest side of Maui and is a giant blowhole next to the ocean that can shoot water up to 100 feet into the air. Essentially what happens is the waves crash under the rock and the pressure builds, shooting water up through the hole. It's an incredible sight to see. You are surrounded by rock and blue ocean, watching water shoot several stories above you. Now, definitely be careful if you visit the Nakalele Blowhole, because it can be slippery and dangerous. But as long as you're smart, you should be alright. Oh, and don't get too close, unless you want to get soaking wet. Moving on to number 6 is Tin Roof. This is the only restaurant on my list, but it is just too good not to share with you all. Tin Roof is absolutely incredible. They serve authentic Hawaiian comfort food, the prices are extremely affordable, especially for Hawaii, and the food is just mouth-wateringly delicious. My favorite item on the menu is the mochiko chicken, which is Hawaiian fried chicken with their special sweet and spicy sauce. It is so good. but truthfully, you can't go wrong with anything on the menu. Tin Roof is really close to the Kahului Airport, so it's a great way to start and end your trip in Maui. Next on the list, we have number 5, Maui's Upcountry. Upcountry is a region in Maui with tons of different things to do and is the best place to escape the crowds and experience Maui like a local. My favorite town in Upcountry is by far Makawao. Makawao is a unique town known for its art galleries and cowboy vibes. If you visit Makawao, I would highly recommend stopping at Komoda Bakery for some fresh Hawaiian malasadas, which are essentially fried sugary donuts. I mean, who wouldn't like that? And then heading to Espresso Mafia for some delicious coffee. All right, number 4 takes us to the red sand beach on Maui's famous Road to Hana. The Road to Hana is an incredible windy road along Maui's east side that will take you past countless waterfalls, hikes, and beautiful beaches. But my favorite beach of them all is no doubt the Red Sand Beach. The Red Sand Beach is right next to Hanatown, and I have truly never seen anything like it before. The sand is actually red, and the beach is situated in a small cove surrounded by beautiful, colorful rock. The water is crystal clear, and there is surprisingly some great snorkeling at the Red Sand Beach. Moving on to number 3, visit the Molokini Crater. Molokini Crater is a beautiful rock crater just off the south shore of Maui. Now, you will need a boat to visit the Molokini Crater, but it will be well worth the trip. I went scuba diving at the crater, but there are also tons of boats that will take you snorkeling if scuba diving isn't your thing. Swimming in the Molokini Crater is like swimming inside an aquarium. The marine life is insane. The visibility is also incredible, and when I went diving here, we could see about 80 to 100 feet. The front and back walls of Molokini Crater are lined with coral, attracting tons of fish and different underwater life. And if you come during whale season, you might get lucky like I did and see some whales on your boat trip out. So if you like snorkeling or scuba diving, definitely check out Molokini Crater. All right, number 2 on the list is watching sunrise at Mount Haleakala. Mount Haleakala is a dormant volcano that sits over 10,000 feet above sea level and is visible from around the island of Maui. In order to get to Haleakala for sunrise, you will have to wake up early as it's a bit of a drive to the top. But you won't have to do any hiking as you can drive right up to the summit. The sunrise above Haleakala is truly amazing and is no doubt one of the best sunrises I have seen in my entire life. You are so high up, standing above the clouds, watching them move in and out of the crater as the sun peaks above the horizon, lighting up the sky bright orange. I mean, there isn't much more I need to say, right? Not only is Mount Haleakala absolutely beautiful, but it also holds special significance in Hawaiian history, as many believe royalty were once buried inside the crater. So if you need help getting over any jet lag or just want to see the sunrise of a lifetime, head over to Mount Haleakala for a perfect start to your day. Now, before I share my number 1 favorite thing to do in Maui, please take a second to hit the like button if you've enjoyed the video so far, and of course, subscribe if you are not already. All right, so my number 1 thing to do in Maui is taking us back to the Road to Hana to walk the PPY Trail. The PPY Trail is an incredible 4-mile trail, 2 miles each way, located about 10 miles south of Hanatown in the Haleakala National Park. The trail isn't too steep, so most people should be able to walk the trail just fine. The PPY Trail takes you through some of the most beautiful landscapes on the entire island, through lush green jungle, across beautiful bridges, past waterfalls and swimming holes, and of course, the famous bamboo forest. The bamboo forest is amazing. You are surrounded by tons of tall, beautiful bamboo, and at the end of the 2-mile trek, you're rewarded with Waimoku Falls, an incredible 400-foot waterfall surrounded by lush green and tons of beautiful rock. I cannot recommend the PPY Trail enough. If there is one stop on the road to Hana you have to make, or just one activity to do in Maui, the PPY Trail is definitely it. Well, there it is. Those are my thoughts on the top 10 best things to do here in Maui, Hawaii. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it useful for your future trip here in Maui. If you want to learn more about any of the activities, I've also made tons of travel vlogs on my channel, so I highly suggest you go check those out. I'd also love to hear from you guys, so comment down below what your favorite activity is to do here in Maui if you've been before, or what you're most excited to do when you get a chance to visit Maui. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Aloha!